Hey, what's up guys? Jay Martin here. So this is going to be a really important video, especially if you really need it. And I'm going to do the best job that I can to help you get something out of this video. This is going to sound a little grandiose, but I believe if you fully allow yourself to take in what I'm about to share with you, it'll make an incredible impact on your life starting from today. So I hope you appreciate it. Give this video a like and subscribe if you do, and right on to the content you're here for. So my thing is, you already know who you are, and you're just having a difficult time putting it into words in front of people. You are the person that's communicating back to you in your own head. And you don't need to spout out all the words that's formulating in your brain. We all have crazy thoughts and these things that we want to say that we know we shouldn't. And it's true. So my first tip, before you communicate yourself in a social scenario, no matter the size of the audience, whether it's speaking to a room full of people or a one-on-one discussion, before you become a good communicator, be a good listener first. This is the easiest thing you can start doing. You do have to realize that every part of you does not have to be expressed. So just be calm. There's a reason why the adage of we've got 2 ears and 1 mouth exists. So use that ratio correctly. In fact, if you want to be your authentic self, you have to learn how to communicate yourself better, which is why I suggest to start with listening, which is easier, and being a better listener puts off all the pressure for you, and people will like you more when they realize they're being heard. And the most important part, be yourself. What makes us all the unique snowflake that we are is that each and every one of us is unique in a way that no one is vaguely alike and can substitute each other. We've all experienced different upbringings, different experiences, different ways of thinking that makes us unique. Just think about this for a second. Do you know how boring the world would be if we all lived and thought the same way, with all our agreements aligned, with this one way of thinking approach? We all have different types of music we like to listen to. We all have different interests. So why would the way we act be the same as everyone else? That's bizarre. I'm just saying you have to be you and not like someone you're not. Now, everyone that you see that seems confident and expressive and very poised and articulate, you want to know the truth about them? They were once in the same shoes as you are. That's the truth, and they've just worked on it. It does take time and practice to get comfortable in a social situation, but here's one of the most important messages I got for you today. If they don't like you, so be it. Walk out of the door. There's over 7.5 billion people in the world. You don't need the opinion of someone you don't even like. So you can finally have that burden lifted off of you to finally be happy to be yourself. And here's the way I see it. I've lost almost all of my so-called friends last year. I literally barely have any friends right now. And I used to be the popular one. When I was partying all the time, doing things I knew weren't even good for me, mentally and physically, putting myself in situations where I made myself in trouble, I just knew it was not a long-term way of how I want to live. So why keep doing those things, you know? So I took the time off, decided to detach from everything for a bit, and let whoever reached out to me with good intent back into my life after that moment. And there's only a very, very few specific people that I've decided to keep, because I finally decided to be me. And let me tell you, I'm much happier than I ever was focusing on myself and being who I am. Somebody is mad at you right now because you picked peace over drama and distance over disrespect. And that's the truth. And the way I see it, if somebody doesn't like you for who you are, good. Because think of it like an authentic human being filter. They didn't have to be a part of your life anyways. They don't matter. The problem is people care too much about other people's opinion, and I can relate to that. Isn't it nice to be liked by people? By everybody? But the question is, liked by who? I think of it in the analogy of, have you ever watched a movie and at the end of the movie, there's the post-credit scene where they list the names of people that were involved in the film? And after the main characters, the list goes down. You know, you see cab driver number 1, policeman number 2. You know those faceless people that show up who you barely even remember seeing? Those are the people you shouldn't care about. And so many people are living their lives giving so much power to other people's opinion that don't even matter in their own movie. And in your life, this is your movie. You're the star of it. So the only feedback you should really be taking are from the main characters of your film. Don't let any other voices outgrow your own. Because no one's ever thrilled when they live their lives predicated on other people's opinion instead of theirs. No one is born thinking they aren't worth anything. And listen very clearly, because if you're listening to this so far, I care about you. And if you have the guts to be you, somewhere deep inside that person, even if they show you nothing but hate, they respect you so much because they're afraid to be themselves. But they want to be so desperately. So if you ever wonder why the people who attack you most aggressively are actually the people who see something in you that they can't have. So my last advice is a short and sweet one before we wrap up, and it's to make being honest a core value. But to define values, first of all, is a set of things you'll not compromise on, a non-negotiable, something you've looked at very, very carefully about yourself and decided it's just a way of living. And I think honesty is a core value to me. And I think it's worth mentioning here because I believe it to be beneficial if you adopt it as a core value for yourself, as it helps every aspect of your life that you apply it to. And just to give you an example of what I mean by honesty is, I just want to be able to just be me. I never want to be in an environment where I'm with people that I have to watch what I say. Because if I disconnect what I'm thinking from what I'm saying, that no longer means I'm being me and I'm sort of putting on some sort of a mask, which means I'm no longer in the moment and I have to work on future planning or past regretting every time I'm talking to somebody. So anyone around when I can't be fully honest, I just don't want to be around. So that's just what I wanted to say. By the way, I think this way of thinking also allows for more long-term relationships to happen in friendships and etc. So if you made it to the end of this video, I just want to say thank you. I appreciate you. I hope you've gained some sort of value in this one. I hope you stay true to yourself and I hope you love yourself. Been your boy Jay Martin. See you in the next one. Peace and love.